I never thought a day would come when I would have money and be unable to spend it. And no, I'm not sick or in prison. I'm just stuck. My husband Kayode was like the strong foundation of our family. He had a thriving career and he made sure we enjoyed comfort and safety. We lacked nothing, absolutely nothing. All I, Buki, had to do was to just be a good wife and receive pampering from the love of my life. But my joy was cut short as life took an unexpected turn when Kayode lost his job. At first, we thought it was just a short phase that we would get over soon. Little did we know that we were in for a very long ride. After he had tried to get another job and things didn't work out, it didn't take long before we ran through Kayode's savings and things went downhill from there. But this is not a story of how we fell from grass to grace. Because if my husband's lack of money was the only problem, then we wouldn't even have a problem at all. Because Kayode had helped me start a business after we were done with childbirth, and the business was thriving. I was making massive profits. But with all of this money, I couldn't help out at home because my husband forbade me from spending my money on anyone in the family except myself. I wanted to be responsible and show my love during this difficult time, but he struggled to accept this change. His confidence was shaking, and he didn't like it when I tried to help out with expenses. This person, this husband of mine, who used to provide everything for us, now found it hard to rely on his wife. The bills were piling up, and I saw how my husband struggled to keep up. Sleep left his eyes. He was always lost in thought, and I was just watching life gradually leave this once vibrant and energetic man that I married. Peace had left his heart, and light had left his eyes. One evening, with the bills piling up, I tried to talk to him about sharing the load. Instead of understanding me, he got upset. His ego just couldn't accept the fact that our roles were changing. And this created tension, filled with unspoken fears. One time I disobeyed him. I paid off debts. I covered our son's education. That day, the reaction I got from my husband was unbelievable. Kayode went as far as selling his car so he could pay me back. In his words,
I don't want to be indebted to you.
Indebted to me? It's our son, for God's sake. Those words pierced me, but I held myself out of respect. And because I knew what he was going through at the time, arguments filled our home, creating a difficult atmosphere. I was torn between my love for him and the need to stabilize our family. I set up a fund for our kids and I tried to invest in any of his business ideas, hoping to help him regain confidence. But he saw my efforts as an attack on his manhood, leading to more frustration and bitterness. Things reached a breaking point during a family gathering, which was in celebration of my business, which had opened a new branch. Kayode, unable to handle the comparisons, stormed out, leaving everyone shocked. I couldn't take it anymore as my heart was filled with anger, but I managed to hold myself till the celebration was over and everyone was gone. Immediately, I headed angrily to the bedroom to give him a piece of my mind. As I opened the door in anger, the first words out of my mouth were, "Kayode, I am not your enemy." As these words left my mouth, uncontrollable tears followed. I broke down. I started expressing how his actions hurt me and how I've had to deal with the fact that he treats me like a stranger in our own home. I could see that my tears and words got to Kayode as his eyes were filled with tears, but the next words out of his mouth shocked me.
Buki, I am scared that you would turn the kids against me.
I was dumbfounded. I didn't know exactly what got to me more. Whether it was the fact that I just heard Kayode say, I'm scared, because the man that I married has never shown any form of fear since I've known him, or the fact that I couldn't make sense of why he would say something like that. But he continued.
There is no perfect man, but with the imperfections, a man is expected to provide and protect his home. I'm a flawed man, Buki. And on top of that, I have failed in my number one responsibility, which is to provide for my home. So of what good am I to this family?
I understood where he was coming from, but I still didn't get how that related to me turning the kids against him. From further conversations, it turned out that growing up, my husband's mom was the breadwinner. And from a tender age, he had to watch his mom berate their dad in front of them. She amplified all his flaws and made sure she told the kids how their father was a no good, making the kids resent their father, cause it was obvious that it was their mom who was providing for the home. This experience traumatized him, cause he felt that if only his father was able to provide for his family, all of the insults that he got from the mother could have been avoided. This made my husband tie his self-worth to his ability to provide. And now that he's unable to do that, he's lost. My husband is lost. That was the most vulnerable conversation I have ever had with my man in 9 years of marriage. For the first time, I understood where he was coming from. This man has been walking around with a childhood trauma all his life, and he's now taking it out on us because he doesn't know what else to do. It took a while, but that conversation became a turning point for our family. With counseling sessions, Kayode, vulnerable and reflective, opened up about all his struggles. I reassured him. I reassured my husband that our partnership was about facing challenges together. And gradually, the suspense of whether our relationship would withstand the trials turned into a heartwarming tale of resilience. And our love became the foundation to rebuild our lives.